learned more about the Holocaust than we did slavery, American slavery? I mean, there's a couple of reasons, but the main one, it's fucking brutal, and they didn't want tiny white children to grow up with guilt and bad views on white people, because we would all just growing up fucking hating white people. The most demonic shit you could imagine was done by human beings, like white land-owning men, during this fucking American slavery. Like, slavery never went away. We still have it. It's just industrialized now. It's the prison system. We learned more about the Holocaust and the atrocities of the Holocaust because, is not real, and their weaponization of anti-Semitism. Yes, anti-Semitism is real, but the federal government of Israel and Jewish people are different fucking things. Fuck. We didn't learn about the brutality of American slavery because it would have made everyone want to burn this shit down. I think every single white person on Black History Month should go read and learn about the actual American history of slavery and how fucking brutal it was. It makes the actions of the Epstein class predictable. Because what do you mean? We've been doing this. This was the things in the files. That's what has been happening to Black people in this country. To Black and brown people in this country, to marginalized groups in this country since the foundation of the fucking country. I keep saying this, we built this country on the fucking files, dude, on the exact same shit, but probably worse. I don't know what all the Epstein class did off camera, off record, but I know for a fact that during American fucking slavery, they were doing things like eating the fucking kids, feeding them to alligators, raping the husbands in front of their fucking wives, watching them give birth and then killing the kid and then making the mother cook the kid to serve it up to the slave fucking owners, dude. Like, go fucking read, and then help me burn shit.
Shalom, shalom, first and foremost.
You want to know why we learned more?
I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach 100% truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and to the elect, your brother Ra'aya. And yeah, y'all, these Edomites are fully being exposed. You know what I mean? On a mass scale, like everybody's coming to see. And all it took was some little Epstein files for people to realize that these Edomites have been doing this really to Jake this whole time. Right? They've been doing this from the foundation of this country. All right? So, when these Edomites speak so wickedly concerning the things that they have done to us, like, and previously it was a video of this Edomite pastor that was speaking, that was saying, like, basically he was saying, like, the things that happened to Jake during the slavery wasn't so bad. He was trying to basically make it seem like we immigrated over here, or Salaki, we migrated over here and all. Like, what? Like these people speak so wickedly concerning oppression. Hold on, let me go to the scripture. All right. This is Psalms chapter 73, and I can start really at verse 1 and read on down. And it says, "Truly Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart." All right. "But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped." Right? "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." Right? Because he was looking at the prosperity of how these wicked people are prospering, and they got all these things and all that, and he looking at it like why are we, you know what I mean, not prospering like this, and why is all this, you know what I mean, all this oppression and things is happening to us and all that, right? And I'm pretty sure Jake to this day is thinking that same way. They looking at with these Edomite, with these Moabites, with these Ishmaelites, with these Ammonites, these Hamites, and all of them got here in Babylon the Great. And they looking at it like, man, they can come straight on over here and start businesses and do all of this and be able to prosper and take care of their family and all that. Their family's not broken and all this. and they looking at it from a materialistic standpoint, a financial gain standpoint, even from I guess a mental health, so to speak, standpoint. And like, their families are together. They, are happy for these so-called holidays, these pagan holidays that Esau's, what I mean, is coming up with and all that. And they looking at it the same way. Like, why is it that and that trickery, that witchcraft of that, because that's what it is. It's simple witchcraft. Look, they purposely keeping Jake in an oppressive state while everybody else is coming in and they're allowing them to come up and get higher up upon them. These are the curses that was going to come upon us anyway in Deuteronomy, right? 28, that the stranger amongst us is going to get higher and higher, and we're going to get lower and lower, and we shall borrow from them, and they shouldn't borrow from us. We're going to be the ones who be indebted to them. You know what I mean? And like Jake is easily betwixt. I guess that's the word, about this witchcraft that's happening, because that's all it is. They simply, Esau's allowing them to come in, they keeping foot and on neck of Jake and having them, on the ground while Jake is longing and seeing everybody else prosper. They're like, what in the hell is going on, right? So, but let's keep reading in Psalm 73 and 4. For there are no bands in their death, right? So like, let me read 3 again. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm, right? They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So Jake is looking at everything like, you know what I mean, in that state. But the whole time, from the beginning, this place was built off of your oppression, Jake. Like, don't fall for this shit, man. Don't fall for this shit. And as the I don't know, this guy that was speaking on the video, he could very well be a Jake, but for right now, we just gonna say the so-called white man that was just on this video or whatever. He as he was saying, like, they, from the foundation of this country, they have been oppressing and doing demonic things to us. You know what I mean? And that's a testament to show you that who the devil is. And by devil, the deceiver. Because that's simply what they're doing to you even to this day. That witchcraft is to deceive you with, Jake. Like, you looking at everybody else and what they got and all that, you striving to be like them, but you shouldn't envy thou oppressor, because you don't know what he did. Like, Jake to this day don't know, well, these 2/3 of Jakes don't know what these Edomites have done. They only know what they've been taught in these schools with these books that they fabricate the things that they have done to Jake. Just like how he was saying, like, why weren't we taught what was going on to these, like, why were we taught more what was going on with the Holocaust than what we were taught that was going on with Jake, with slavery and stuff? And the reason why is because of deception. Because if they were to say this, it will paint them in such a light where everybody would easily identify them as the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? And then the fact that they withhold it in the first place, the deceit, shows that they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. But anyway, Psalm 73 and 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Because I'm pretty sure Jake is looking at them the same way. They're like, man, like, I see these white people, like, Jacob drive through the suburbs and all that. They be like, man, they don't seem like they got a care in the world. And I've thought this before I came into this thing. I've thought this. I was like, man, these people don't got a care in the world. They don't get in trouble like other people. Like, when the police come up, they don't get that fear in their heart and their spirit. When the police is coming up, they talking shit to the police. You know what I mean? And until I learned this truth, and I learned what was going to be their end, I'm like, oh, I see why all of this is happening. But look, let's get it in the scriptures. It says Psalm 73 and 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, right? Violence covereth them as a garment, right? Because as in that slavery, this is what they did, right? The reason why they will keep this from them from everybody is due to pride, right? They want people to see them as the highest, the superior people, and out of pride they will and they walk around with this pride because they have depicted themselves in this way. But in order for them to uphold this depiction of themselves, they do these things in violence, right? So if anybody was to come out to try to be a truth teller of what's going on with them, they come with violence towards them, right? And that's what they've been doing this whole time. That's why they got a CIA and all this other stuff. They've been doing this whole time. Anytime somebody, a whistleblower of any, whether it's of their own people or if it's of any other people, they'll sit up here and they'll delete you if you come out and say anything that diminishes that pride that they have or that depiction of themselves that they have, right? And also that, violence covered them as a garment. They took all these things by way of violence. They went and took this land from the so-called Native Americans, which is the Gadites and the Reubenites and all of the and the so-called Hispanics, the northern kingdom of Israel. They took all these lands, southern South America and North America and Canada. They took it all from the northern kingdom, and by violence, by thievery, by theft. I don't know if I can even say that. Grape, rob, and murder. Right? That's how they did it. So hey, these people about to get what they got coming, and then that's another part of why. Look, this is why all of their deception is here in the first place. Christopher Columbus. They sit up here talking about he discovered it. You can't discover a place where you found people already here, man. Right? Crazy word, right? Psalm 73 and 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. And this is an example on that. Like, they seen this land. They seen what they could do with this land and all of the look when they account the accounts when they first got here, as they said, on the shores of this land, they seen gold and precious metals and all that all on the shore. And they was like, what, they just leaving this out like this? And then they were when they came upon the people, they said they was draped in gold and jewels and stuff. And it's funny because they always try to depict Jake as if he was just butt naked or he was like some type of savage or something. They was here for 1,000 years. What do you think they was doing here for these 1,000 years? But you think they was still do? They built whole megalithic pyramids. So why would you even how can somebody even take that lie? Look, how can somebody even take that lie serious? That when they came over, everybody was just savages, right? They was still naked walking around here and all that, right? And we had to come and modernize them and stuff, right? Whole time y'all ain't even know how to wash all that. Whole time y'all ain't even know how to do agriculture, farming, none of that. We all had to teach you this. Right? Anyway, Psalm 73 and 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully, and this is the point. It's like they speak wickedly when it comes to what they have done to us. Right? This is the reason why you don't know what's going on. This is why they didn't teach you what was going on in your schools. Then they taught you more about the Holocaust, right? Because they wanted you to have more empathy towards the Amalekites, the JEWs, right? The so-called JEWs. They wanted you to have more, and these are their people. This is the top tribe of their people. They wanted you to have more empathy for their own people, when in fact they did the worst things possible in human history to our people.
You want to know why we learned more about the Holocaust than we did slavery, American slavery? I mean, there's a couple of reasons, but the main one, it's fucking brutal, and they didn't want tiny white children to grow up with guilt and bad views on white people, because we would all just growing up fucking hating white people. The most demonic shit you could imagine was done by human beings, like white land-owning men, during this fucking American slavery.
It wasn't just the men; it was their women too.
Like, slavery never went away. We still have it. It's just industrialized now. It's the prison system.
And it's not only the prison system; it's your what is this economy called? Salaki. It's this capitalistic civilization we in right now. This society we in. This is all a slave system. Because if you don't work, if you don't do the same labor that you did while you was in chattel slavery, if you don't do that and just nowadays just exchange it for pieces of paper with their faces on it that you call money. Now, if you don't do it, you're going to die. And back then, if you didn't do it, you're going to die. And you know what I mean? And it's like nothing has truly changed. It's just they put systems in place so that they can automate, they can be ran automation. They can be ran in like an automated state, right? So people, they set people, they're, what do you call them, man? Salakia, y'all. Taskmasters. Like back in Egypt where they set taskmasters over us, in this spiritual Egypt, aka America, they have set taskmasters, but they set them over these different systems. So instead of massa being in your house and controlling what's happening there, they got systems that's already controlling it, like CPS, right? For instance, CPS is a system that they set up so if you don't do what they want you to do with your children, then they'll come and take your children. The same way how back then you had to do what they wanted to do with your children because you were in their house. Like, you were on their property, you were their property and stuff. So it didn't even matter what you wanted with your own children. They was going to do with them. And the same thing is now. Because say if you didn't want to put your children in these public school systems, right? And notice I said system. These public school systems, CPS will come to your house and take your child from you. You'll be relinquished of all your rights over your children, and they'll come and take them from you. Right? Crazy work, right? So ain't nothing actually changed. They just put systems in place, so that everything is automated. But let's keep it going.
He learned more about the Holocaust and the atrocities of the Holocaust because, is not real, and their weaponization of anti-Semitism. Yes, anti-Semitism is real, but the federal government of Israel and Jewish people are different fucking things. Fuck. We didn't learn about the brutality of American slavery because it would have made everyone want to burn this shit down. I think every single white person on Black History Month should go read and learn about the actual American history of slavery and how fucking brutal it was.
But look, this is how you know this man's country is about to go down, y'all. This is how you know his country is about to go down because when they are against each other, how do you get to there we go. When they are against each other, surely this country is about to fall, right? Hold on, Salakia, y'all. So, because his own people is starting to come out now and be against their own kingdom, right? They're being divided in every single way, whether it's rightists and leftists, Democrat, Republican, same things. And every different type of way. I don't even want to say it. Pro Palestine, against Palestine. You know what I mean? I don't even like saying these words because these very words can flag the video that I'm trying to put out here. But anyway, this is Matthew 12:25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So we already can see that the stages of his kingdom about to fall, we can clearly see that his kingdom is about to fall, right? Because a lot more of these Edomites, I keep seeing daily, a lot more of these Edomites are coming against their own people. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, right? And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. This is clearly what's happening. Because that so-called white man we was just seeing in the video, whether he a so-called white man, you know what I mean? And he could very well be. But he's going against his own people, telling them, look, y'all need to go and look up what happened, what our own people did to these people. And y'all will try to burn their own kingdom down. This is a testament to that. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand, right? So we can already see that this thing is about to collapse. Hold on, y'all.
It makes the actions of the Epstein class predictable. Because what do you mean? We've been doing this. This was the things in the files. That's what has been happening to black people in this country, to black and brown people in this country, to marginalized groups in this country since the foundation of the fucking country. I keep saying this, we built this country on the fucking files, dude, on the exact same shit, but probably worse. I don't know what all the Epstein class did off camera, off record.
They were eating our babies in slavery. They were doing all this stuff, man. And that's why when Jake's celebrating these pagan holidays, I'm like, how dare you sit up here and celebrate some Halloween? Don't you know they were skinning us and wearing our faces over their faces as masks? Jake, don't you know where they got these things from? These people are the wicked that the Bible speak of, man. And their judgment is going to come, right? They put us in slavery, we're going to put them in slavery, right? When Yahushua come back, we're going to put these people in chains, y'all. And it says, Revelations 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, right? You led us into this captivity, Esau, Edom, and y'all gonna go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. It didn't say he that killeth with the sword may be killed with the sword, or he that killeth with the sword, we are probably kill him with the sword. No, it say he must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So obviously the saints are waiting for this. And all these 2/3 Jakes that's in up here cooning and loving Esau and all that, yeah, y'all gonna get destroyed here in Babylon the Great, aka America. You 2/3, y'all gonna be left over here. Y'all gonna get burnt up. And that ICBM destruction. Right? Along with Yahushua and those angels laser beaming y'all to death. Disintegrating y'all to death, right? And that's pretty much what I'm going to do on this video, y'all. And with that, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom, y'all. On to the next. I'm going to let this video play out.
Off camera, off record, but I know for a fact that during American fucking slavery, they were doing things like eating the fucking kids, feeding them to alligators, raping the husbands in front of their fucking wives, watching them give birth and then killing the kid and then making the mother cook the kid to serve it up to the slave fucking owners, dude. Like, go fucking read, and then help me burn shit.